Hey guys, welcome back to another video from Cisco Kid Records. I'm Gary. Good to see you. Happy President's Day. You know, Alice Cooper for president. I'm fully convinced if he was the president. So anyway, I have another episode of cool covers. Plus, I'm going to do a album review and possibly eat a little crow. I'm going to wash it down with something tasty. But anyway, let's get into some album reviews or album cover reviews and see what you think. This is the third installment, actually, of that. This is Hailstorm's latest album, Everest. The cover is by David Seidman, but man, look at that. That looks great. That is a super nice. Look at that. Super nice looking cover by David Seidman. Let's see, what am I going to do with these? Okay. This is Maiden's, one of my favorite Maiden covers. This one and this one. Actually, it's the next two. Let me get the album here. Okay, here we go. So we have Number of the Beast and Power Slave. Two great covers by Derek Riggs. Awesome stuff, man. Look at that. They give you nightmares. Great stuff. I actually saw Maiden for the first time on the Number of the Beast tour in '83 with a little unknown band at the time, or semi unknown band at the time, Quiet Riot, opening for them. Iron Maiden. Here's a good one. This is not a painted cover, but I love this cover. It's iconic. British Steel by Judas Priest. Love this cover. Love this album. Man, it's a rocker. It is a rocker. This one's by the great Ken Kelly. If you don't know his artwork, it's fantasy art. And I just love this album cover. And Kiss has several album covers that are pretty cool. But this is my favorite from Love Gun. And I remember just seeing this cover takes me back, to 79 or so, 78. And me and my buddy Trail hanging out and listening to Kiss records. He had this little boom box, which was an 8-track boom box. And it wasn't a cassette boom box. This was the days before cassette or CDs or anything like that. It was an 8-track. And we used to sit on his front porch in the summer and summer nights and listen to Love Gun and Rock and Roll Over and stuff like that. It's just really good times. This is a gorgeous album, man. And the artist is Brad Johansson. Look at this Lighthouse record. Woo, man. It is sharp. It is sharp. It's called One Fine Morning. This is some tasty prog as well. This is the only Lighthouse album I have, but there's no way I'm giving up this cover. Look at that thing. It is gorgeous. I love it. Beautiful stuff. This one I think you'll know. This is Meatloaf's Bat Out of Hell by Richard Corbin. Richard Corbin did the artwork on this one. And definitely one of my favorite albums ever. Really changed my life, I guess you could say. I listened to this thing 100 times when I first bought it, and it never disappoints. It's just such a great album. But that Richard Corbin art, man, is just insane. Very cool. This one you'll know too. Little Molly Hatchet, The Death Dealer by Frank Frazetta. And here's another one right under it. Oh, look at that. Flirting with Disaster, another great Frank Frazetta artwork there. Two killer albums. My favorite two Molly Hatchet records. Just insane artwork. Great albums, great records. By the boys from Molly Hatchet down in Florida, from the boys in Florida. This one is the last one. This is a cover, and I had to look it up because I didn't know who this cover was. This is Dave Rowe, and this is Nazareth, Hair of the Dog, but look at that mess. That's crazy looking, isn't it? That is something. Now you're messing with a... Great stuff. Beautiful cover. Very, very cool. And those are my 10 covers for this video, all the way up to the letter N. So the next video we'll start with the letter O, if there are any in O, and go from there. Probably have a couple of more videos on cool rock covers or cool album covers. Now, like I said last time, I'm going to do a little album review, eat a little crow on this one. And this has to do with Peter Criss. You know, the Catman from Kiss. This was his first solo album, I guess you could say, although it really wasn't a solo album because he was still with Kiss at the time. But, you know, his album was my second favorite. I really love Paul's record and Ace's record. But I love Peter's record as well because it was just different. It was bluesy and kind of a little rockabilly and soul and things like that. And I really liked his solo record. I love it. In fact, I don't like it. I love it. It's just a great album. That could be another iconic cover. All those Kiss solo records have beautiful painted covers like that. And so that was his first, I guess you could say, solo record. But this is his last one. And I don't have the album. I just bought the CD, and there's a reason for that. I bought the CD because I wasn't really sure what it sounded like. It just kind of came out of nowhere. For some reason, I missed the announcement about it, that other than the fact that it's being released this week. And I'm like, holy shit, it's Peter Criss. I gotta check it out at least. So I bought this CD, and I was a little miffed about it at first, to be honest, because it was just, you know, it was just basically a cardboard sleeve, you know, and the CD. And I'm like, damn mighty, I'm paying $18 for cardboard. I didn't get a booklet. I didn't get any lyrics. I didn't get a sticker. Everybody loves stickers. I didn't get anything. And so when I listened to it the first time, I was like, it's okay. It's not that great. In fact, I told a friend of mine who was advertising it for his store and doing pre-orders, I'm like, man, I'm not going to post on your page, but this album sucks. Since then, and this came out in December 19th, I think is when it dropped. So since then, I've listened to it several times. It's on constant rotation in my truck because it kicks ass. It's a great fucking record. And I love it. In fact, I think I'm going to go get the vinyl at one of my local record stores. But it is a great album. Has some pretty good guests on it. Mike McLaughlin is probably the main one. He's a St. Louis-based guitar player. He's been a long-term collaboration with Peter Criss since his early solo days, and I think since '94, I believe. He's been his lead and rhythm guitarist. He did a lot of co-writing on this album. I think he now lives in Taipei, Taiwan. Does a lot of session work down there as guitarist, bassist, songwriter. He's a fantastic guitar player, and he does most of the guitar on this record. Another guy who does some guitar on this record is John Five, who is a phenom, man. I love him. I love his work. You probably heard about him. He used to play with Marilyn Manson. He used to play with Rob Zombie. He does his little solo stuff, and now he's filling in with Motley Crue. He's on tour with Motley Crue, but he's an incredible guitar player. John Five. If you get a chance, check him out. His latest album, Center, is really, really good. So, and on bass is Billy Sheehan. How can you get any better than that? And so you have Billy Sheehan, Mike McLaughlin, John Five, all these great artists adding to this album. And like I said, the first time I listened to it, I was like, because I was kind of ticked off about everything, about the package. I think it could have been better. I still think it could have been better. But man, this album is solid. There are the songs on it. It is very, very good. Rock and roll. It kicks off with that. In the Dark is straight up kick-ass rock. I mean, this album it took me by surprise because I was expecting something kind of like this. I was expecting more of this. More, ooh, that's bad glare. I was expecting more of, kind of bluesy, lounge type, rockin', soft type stuff. No way. This thing kicks ass. It is rock and roll straight up, and I love it. For the Money. The fourth song is Murder. Great. Walking on Water, man, is just, it's like going to church. It's a great, great song. Creepy Crawlers is kind of creepy, but I love it. Justice, Cheaper to Keep Her. Sugar is great, Rubbernecking, and then the bonus track is pure straight up Kiss, Peter Criss, Kiss, old fashioned rock and roll nastiness called Hard Rock Knockers. I'll give you one guess as to what that's about, but I fucking love it. It's great. It's great shit. This is an awesome album. Has a little tribute there on the inside, and the Catman, talks about thanking all kinds of people. He thanks all the members of Kiss, and of course he also seriously thinks it's dedicated to Ace Frehley, Bill Aucoin, Sean Delaney, and Stan Pendridge from Silver Cat Records. Peter Criss, go get it. If you don't have this record, go get it. It's a great, like I said, constant rotation in my truck. I love it. And I'm going to have to get the vinyl to have it in my collection to keep forever. So that's all I have for today. If you're in the Wilmington area, this Saturday, February the 21st, is our Wilmington Record Show, Wilmington, North Carolina. And it's going to be a great time. There's going to be 20 vendors, food trucks, music, DJs, thousands upon thousands of records and CDs. It's always a good time. Check us out on Facebook, the Wilmington Record Show on Facebook and on Instagram. And you can get some details about that. It's at Waterline Brewery in Wilmington. I think it's from 11 to 5. And it's just a great day. We have one in the spring. We have one in the fall. And it's always a good time. Hope you get to come out. And hope you get to listen to some great music. Let me know what you think about these covers. If there's other covers that you think that are awesome. And if this Peter Criss album, get it. Go get it if you don't have it already. Especially if you're a fan of Kiss, Peter Criss, and all their solo stuff. So anyway, I'm Gary Francisco. I am the Cisco Kid. This is Cisco Kid Records. And I'll see you next time down the road.